It stands proudly over the heart of the city. The Vancouver Block Clock has been a timekeeper and city landmark for more than a century. The story begins in 1912 when this iconic Edwardian-style skyscraper first opened its doors. Designed by architects Parr and Fee, the Vancouver Block was commissioned by Dominic Burns, a wealthy cattle rancher and businessman. The building quickly became one of the most recognizable in the city. The four-sided clock was meant to be visible from all angles from throughout the city. Through the century, this clock served as both a practical tool for Vancouver's residents and a symbol of modernity and progress, from a bustling port town to the vibrant metropolis of today. Its bold, illuminated dial and hands have witnessed Vancouver's transformation. But even icons need care to withstand the ravages of time. In recent years, this historic timepiece was given a new lease on life, thanks to the skilled craftsmanship of dedicated clock expert Ray Saunders.
I'm a horologist, and I've been dubbed as Vancouver's resident horologist, which means clockmaker.
All these pivots need to be oiled.
It winds up on this little cone-shaped pulley here. My shop was on Georgia and Denman, and I moved in this opening in Gastown at 141 Water Street. That was an article that showed a picture of me with my clock collection behind me, about 6 or 8 clocks, and I'm sitting at a bench. John Ellis remembered that article and had the library look it up, and that's when he contacted me. Could I build a clock to cover the steam vent in Gastown? And they'll give us free steam. Can you build a steam clock? And I said, okay. And the whole story is history now, but I knew when I built that clock that it would become famous.
Saunders is no stranger to the art of clock restoration. As one of Canada's leading horologists, he's been responsible for maintaining and restoring several historic clocks across the country.
The last one I just finished restoring is the Heritage Hall clock on Main and 15th. It has 4 6-foot dials. I've done the Sinclair Center clock with 12-foot dials back in the 70s. I just finished doing the Birch Street clock, City Hall clock. I put all new motors in the Vancouver City Hall clock quite a few years ago. So I've done pretty well every major timepiece in Western Canada.
The company's name is Landmark Clocks International, and I work with Ray Saunders, and he's named me a clock repair technician. I studied mechanics well before I even knew Ray. I've always had tools in my hands when I was younger. Ray has been my inspiration for clockwork. I never really knew it was a trade of its own until I met Ray, or until he showed me. It also has its little tricks and hidden things about the trade that wouldn't come to you naturally, I guess. But as a mechanic, once you understand it, you go, oh, okay, the light turns on. Working with Ray, I see hundreds and hundreds of clocks throughout the week. Just having him here to be able to soak all that information up is very, very valuable.
The restoration of the Vancouver Block Clock was not merely an effort to restore its functionality. It was a meticulous and thoughtful process aimed at preserving the historic and aesthetic integrity of its original design.
It's a big job. Scope of work, I got about 25 items that have to be worked on. It's going to be a challenge. That's a monster clock. It's the biggest clock in Western Canada, and I'm very proud to be able to have a chance to work on something that big.
It's really an honor to be able to work on something that's such a encapsulated piece of time that's also such a big part of our heritage as a city, because it's like this, I mean, this is just when Vancouver was becoming Vancouver.
I don't think any part's going to be replaced. They're all so well built, heavy duty. It's like trying to restore a bulldozer that's got, the gears are big and heavy. They just haven't been over lubricated. The grease has become hard as a rock, and that's causing all the friction. And you have to move this crank around to change the hands. That's what changes the hands, this crank. And it's so stiff now, you can't even move it. But there's 16 different gears. And the problem is that the teeth have been so lubricated for so many years, and they're all full of hardened, dry grease. And that's what's caused the clock to need restoration. That's the main focal point, is to restore all these bronze gears. You can pan over to the east side, and that's where the gear came from. This one's soaked overnight, a couple of nights, to try and get the grease off. The most important thing is I'll be able to get the hands off right away and get all the clock taken apart, disassembled, and down into my shop. And then I'll have to wait for them to finish the exterior of the building, and then I can start reassembling.
Every aspect of the restoration was approached with care and respect for the clock's legacy, as Saunders worked to restore the original components. At the same time, upgrades were incorporated to ensure the clock could operate efficiently and reliably in the demanding environment of a modern urban center, balancing tradition with innovation.
This clock for many years had neon tubing outlining the hands and marking all the numbers. And they used up a lot of electricity.
The clock's hands were reinstalled with new energy-efficient LED lighting to replace the aging neon.
And so we decided to go with the LED system. And the nice feature is they're going to be able to change color, programmed for the season, which is a new innovation.
The upgrade from neon to LED lighting will significantly reduce energy consumption. The voltage has been lowered from 15,000 to just 24. The completion of the restoration marked a pivotal moment in preserving Vancouver's architectural heritage. As the clock resumed its role as a timekeeper and landmark, it symbolized a blend of historical preservation and modern innovation. Ray Saunders' remarkable expertise, along with the teamwork of engineers and city planners, showcased their shared dedication to protecting the clock's heritage. For over a century, the Vancouver Block Clock has been more than just a marker of time. It's been a symbol of resilience, continuity, and the spirit of a city that embraces both its past and its future. Time moves forward, but the legacy of this clock remains timeless.